Hello. I'm here giving you the pre-orientation before we meet, so you kind of get an idea ahead of time. My name is Claudia. Welcome to the ACE program. I'm happy that you're here and starting with us. So after finishing the slideshow, I'll need you to respond to my email that the slideshow came in and let me know that you're ready to meet. We will meet in groups. Okay, sometimes there might be 5 to 10. Sometimes it might be two, and sometimes it might be just you and I. It just depends. So the times that I offer for meeting is every Tuesday at 10, Thursdays at 3, and Fridays at 11:30 in the morning. And I also do practice testing. So if you pass the reading test during our orientation, then you'll see me next week while I test you for the rest of the assessments. So you can start and then get your GED pretty fast if that's something that you want to do to continue on. Okay, so um, so it's going to be about 2 hours, the meeting. Sometimes it's a little quicker, but mostly it's about 2 hours. So in the program, you will be expected to complete 10 hours a week. Okay, so coming to orientation, doing orientation starts you off with your hours. And then you do week 1, week 2, we'll go more into detail on that. And that's how you get your hours for the first couple weeks, plus going to live class. A lot of the classrooms have a live class to it. You'll need to attend. Okay, that's how you're going to be able to move along in the program. So week 1 is going to be due the first Saturday after we meet. It'll be due that Saturday. They're relatively short. Week 2 is a little longer, so they give you until the following Saturday, the next Saturday after you start for week 2. So after the 2 weeks are completed, then you're going to ask your instructor for a Central Education account, not before you finish week 2. Okay. It's important you check your emails every day. Make sure you don't miss any correspondence with your instructor, as well as chats, Google Chat. Okay, if you do not have a Gmail, please get one before we meet. Okay. I need a Gmail to be able to put you in the classroom. Okay, Yahoo's or any other Hotmail or whatever like that, they don't work, or iClouds. Okay, so please create one, and it's better to just have one just for class, so it doesn't get your emails don't get flooded in there and buried, and then you can't find them. Okay. So this is what you're going to expect from when we meet in person. Well, not in person, it'll be a Google Meet. So after the reading assessment, you're going to do the reading assessment, then I'll invite you to your Google Classroom as you're doing your math assessment. And it's just a locator, a math locator. And then after that, after everybody's completed, if there's a group, we have to wait till everybody's done. But once I give you your classroom, after you finish your math locator, you can go ahead and start looking at it and start doing week 1 work and get it done. And then after everybody's done, I'll explain everything. Just like it's going to be basically like what I'm covering now. Okay. So before you meet with me, please make sure that you have these apps downloaded if you're using a phone or a tablet. Okay. A phone or a tablet, you'll need to download these before we meet. Okay, it'll make the orientation much smoother. Okay, Google Docs, Google Chat, Gmail, Google Drive, and Google Classroom. Okay, so we will be utilizing all of these in the meeting when we meet. Okay, so have them ready, please. Thank you. Okay, and then here's some how the classroom looks for your week 1. So when you go in there, you're going to click on classwork. It's either going to be on the bottom or it's going to be on the top. Okay, it'll say like stream, classwork, people, something like that. And then you just click on classwork. And then you might have to scroll a little bit to find it. depending on which classroom you're in. So all the classrooms are going to be the same, no matter where you go. They're going to be basically the same. They're all going to have week 1 and they'll all have week 2. Okay, and then there'll be some things you have to do every week, like turning in your hours doc and check-ins. So notice activity 1 through 8. So these are relatively short. They give you time for each one, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and so on. And then there's week 2, career exploration. So then these are longer, 1 hour, 2 hours, 1.5, 2 hours. So that's why you get a little more time for week 2. So what you want to do is you want to make sure as soon as you do week 1, turn it in and just go ahead and start doing week 2. And look at the bottom, activity 7, essential education setup, 1 hour. Okay, so then we're going to cover this when we meet, but just a heads up. You usually will see, this is on the computer, okay? You will usually see on the right, when you get on here, you're going to click on an assignment, something like that towards the bottom, and then this will open up for you, okay? And your name will be on there. So, and then you're going to go on a computer, you're going to go file, make a copy, and then you're going to name it. Okay. And we'll go over that more when we meet. Okay. We'll cover all this again. So when you're making a copy, you want to make sure you put your full name. Okay. I just put Claudia, but you want to use your full name. And then docs. Okay. And then it's going to go into your Google Drive. Everything you do on Google will go to your drive saved for you. Okay. And then make a copy. Okay, so when you finally do that, you make a copy. On a computer, you have the header, so you can fill that in. If you double click on there, you could start filling those in, and then start doing the dates. The date, and then activity 1, start time, stop time, 30 minutes. You don't do the weekly total till you get ready to turn it in. Okay, and then this is the phone view. Okay. Of course, I did this with an iPhone. So and then classwork. So see on the bottom, on the phone, it's on the bottom, stream, classwork, people. Then you have Saturday hours, turn in here. So then you should see your name. If you bring that little arrow up there, you should see the document with your name. And then on here, you would have to make a copy. So you would click up there. It might be different on your phone if you have like an Android or something. So then the 3 dots, share and export, and make a copy. Okay. Okay, so again, we're going to cover all this when we meet. Okay, so this is just a preview so you can see ahead of time where we're going. Okay, then you click the little pencil and you start typing in. You should see they pop up and your keyboard pops up and then you type it in. When you're done, you click on the little check mark. Okay, so now Google Chat. Before you leave the orientation, when we meet, I'm going to ask you to send a chat to your instructor. So then you're going to go to Google Chat. You're going to click on the little plus. Usually it's on the bottom. Okay. And then you're going to put in the email I give you for your instructor. And then you're going to click on it. Their picture will pop up. You're going to click on it. And then you put your message in there. So I would want you to say, hello, my name is, I am in your, like if you say Santa Fe or Gallup or whatever classroom you go into. Okay, and you tell them which classroom you're in. Okay. So that's it. I hope that gives you a nice little preview as to what needs to be done. Okay. Thank you, and I look forward to meeting with you. Have a good day. Thank you.